So Yaku is having success and is profitable at the moment. Can he keep up his excellent trading? Let's find out.
Good afternoon, Yaku, and we're into day 4 now. So let's just quickly catch up on how you did yesterday on day 3. How many trades did you manage to get?
Afternoon, Pat. Yeah, it's day 4 now. It's been going good. Yesterday I made about 52 trades in total, which 8 of them were stops and then 44 were profitable ones. Overall, there were a few bad stops though. I didn't take the stops early enough, so it put me in a bit of a deficit. But then in the evening session, I actually just made up for all my loss. So I came out with a profitable day, but it was only with like 1 point.
Okay, so 2 questions now. The first question is, those big stops you had, was that strategy's fault? Or was it you ignoring the strategy and taking a little bit of a chance? And the second question I have is, yesterday we were all faced with a very consolidating market, where, for example, in the morning the 9-hour strategy didn't even break, the opening ranges didn't break, we were in a tight range. Did you find that trading very difficult?
So now I wouldn't say the strategy was the fault of my big stops. It was my own fault. Not taking stops too early enough, not following the strategy. More like seeing for myself where it would go. So yeah, not the strategy's fault on that one. And with yesterday's market, like you said, it was the first time in a very long time that the 9-hour strategy didn't become viable. So it was a difficult market. The candles were short. There were tricky places to actually put in your buys and your sells. So I would say it was quite difficult, yes.
Okay, so when we look at ranges and we look at really when not to trade, can we start agreeing with each other that it's more important to know when not to trade than it is to know when to trade?
Oh yes, it's definitely more important to know when not to trade, because with the strategy it shows you where you can trade and where you can always put a trade in there. But it's not to say that with a market as quiet as this one was yesterday that the candles will actually be big enough, with big enough ranges to actually hit your targets. So it's definitely important to know when not, and I'm still struggling a bit with that, but I'm guessing that it's just experience or still something I need to learn, but it's definitely true, yes.
Yesterday, you also started learning now the second strategy, which is based on the 1-minute retracements and continuations. Have you found that a more or less easy strategy to learn, and are you able to implement it now?
Well, yes, I would say it's an easy strategy to learn. I know how to implement it now. It's just I'm not used to trading on 2 systems, 2 platforms. So yesterday was a bit challenging in terms of that, trying to keep eye on the 5-minute candles and then looking at the 1-minute strategy, because with the 1-minute strategy there's a lot of adjustment that needs to happen constantly, so you need to be on top of it. So I just got a bit, I would say, lagged a bit behind with it, so it wasn't so fulfilling for me in that way, but definitely not difficult to learn. It's very viable, yes.
Okay, yesterday you doubled your position size based on the first 2 days of statistics. Has that put any additional stress or strain on when you take trades, fear of stop losses, that type of thing?
I would say it has had an effect. It's, I'd say, made me a bit more wary of the weight that a stop loss has, or the weight that a stop has. Because yes, you get your profits are nice. My profits were doubled basically with the point ranges I took, but the stops got increasingly impactful. Yes, so I would say it didn't affect my emotional position so much. I would say it felt like a bit more responsibility going from 50 cents to a 1 rand per point. So it was an adjustment to make. But you know, at the end, if I were to take my actual stop losses where the system tells me to, I would have made a lot more money from yesterday compared to the 2 days before. Yes.